Okay, so this is the last thingy for the class, and my app is actually pretty done. There are some error handling issues, like little Bobby tables. Oh my god! But for the most part, I think that this is actually what's going on. Actually, going to do pretty well. So this is a inventory management app, and let's start at the beginning. Here we have at the content view, uh, we have our three different tabs for the app. We have the log view, the scan view, and the inventory view. Right now we have the scan view up as the starting thing, and I had to put this in here, an observable object, to basically have a global variable that could be passed between views more easily. Technically, it's a singleton, but whatever. Let's start with the log view first, because that's what I just got running last. It is very crude, and it doesn't have the thing that I wanted, which would be seeing the plus or minus of what was just brought in or out, because there was some SQL junk that was kind of a pain. But I digress. This is just a list view that's pulling from it's pulling from the server. We can go over here into all my Postgres. Nope, not you. Where did you go? Into all my Postgres functions, of which there are several. And it's connecting to my server, trying the connection, has the SQL that it's sending out, and then it's getting some data back, and we're feeding that into the log. That's basically the log view. There isn't much to it. The scan view, there's a lot going on here. So, as you may or may not know, Apple sucks, and they haven't figured out how to get the camera working on their simulator. So I can't actually test to see if the QR reader works or not. But I'm pretty sure it does, because I have some mock data going into it. And if I hit the mock data, we do have a view that pops up with the correct amount of junk. So in here there is a lot of things. I don't know where to start. I guess the top. Here is our scanner, and down here is a little extra bit to make a square around the QR code. The scanner is also I decided that it would be best to hash my identification for each inventory item. So when an inventory doodad gets created, like here, this is actually a hash of unique random letters that are 10 long, and that's what the the QR code is, and then later I decode that random hash to get back the actual number that I need. I just thought that this would be better, since just having like a single digit number that a QR code reader is scanning wouldn't be that great. It wouldn't be a good idea. So random unique hash, and then decode or encode and decode it, so, which was kind of a pain, believe it or not. We have a bunch of resolution and formatting junk for the QR code, and once we scan an item, which we'll simulate just by clicking on there, we get the QR code of what it should be, what the user would have just scanned, the name for it, and then the quantity that is there, and then we can increase or decrease and change our thing. And I tried to get it to close when I hit that button, but I could not figure it out in time. So that's that. It's still a sheet, so it doesn't matter too much. But you can see down here that where did it go? Oh my god. That the quantity is actually being changed right here. And that's more or less that. I guess we have the inventory next. The inventory screen is more or less the bread and butter, you know. It's not full all the way, just because this is some stuff that I was putting in the meantime. But the inventory pulls from the database. It's a lot like the log list. It pulls from the SQL database, comes back in here, gets all of the inventory inventory ID, name, quantity, and a ppm, which is a unique thing that my mom asked for. And then we can go in here and see everything that it has here. So this is the strep kit. I guess they have 48 of them. The ppm is 8,709, and this is the QR code that user would print out and stick on their junk so that they can do inventory management. And then we have our little floating button here for a new item, and we can add something. I don't know, let's call it Donald Duck band-aids. I'm sure that's a thing. Bandages. I don't know, we have 0 of them. We'll just add that. And unfortunately, it just occurred to me this morning, but I don't actually update anything after a user does something. So just redo this. Come back in here, build it again. And we'll see we have our Donald Duck bandages, and it's got its own unique QR code. You can see it's unique because it's not like this one, or I don't know, this one. They're all slightly different. Slightly. And that is basically my app. Thank you for listening.